Okay, man, free agency, all these things coming in, man. There was a lot of trade talks and things like that. I'll be so happy when the trade talks are over, man, because it's not a lot of realistic trade talks that I'm really liking to entertain. Not a lot of people feeling that Tanner McKee, and to get the pass rusher for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Tanner McKee is a solid quarterback that a lot of people don't give no credit for because he don't play that many games, but Tanner McKee can be a really good quarterback for you. A lot of people are looking forward to their future. And I believe Tanner McKee just fits right on in there. Like, he can do a lot of stuff. He's not really mobile, but he does a lot of stuff. So if Jared Goff can make it in the NFL, Tanner McKee can most definitely make it in the NFL. I want to kind of hit on a lot of people their mock drafts. I was looking at a whole lot of mock drafts, man, and I think it's essential. I think it's imperative that we go and attack either corner or safety. I know a lot of people are talking, oh, we don't know how long Lane gonna be here. Lane's here this year. We do got Cameron Williams, who played pretty well in the time he was given. So it's a little hope behind Lane not being here, Lane being here. You know what I'm saying? Lane can help get Cameron Williams up to speed. And if you wanted to talk about offensive guard, okay, that is a legitimate situation as well. If you can find an offensive guard in the league, in this draft that starts right now, you pick him number 1 overall. Easy, number 1 overall. But right after that, you got to either get corner or safety. The strongest part of our team last year was our defense. That's the strongest part of our team. To hope to build up a offense almost depleted. We don't know if Dallas Goedert's coming back. Everybody's like, get a tight end. He was the third. Dallas Goedert was the third option. Y'all want to go very high to get the third option with AJ Brown and Smitty Hill. He's the third option. Whoever comes in here might not be the third option. Whether they're ready to play right now or not. Also, in this video, I have Chase, who's gonna break down how we can get $14 million of cap back. That way we can sign Jordan Davis and maybe Jalen Carter. Depending on how they feel. So pretty much, let's get into the talks. Yo, what's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One, and the draft is coming up, free agency's coming up. I don't know the numbers, but I know somebody who do. We're gonna run this video to show you how we can get up to $14 million worth of cap space back.
The Philadelphia Eagles can clear up $14.1 million in cap space going into NFL free agency if they cut these 4 players. This is part of my cut candidates video that I did a couple of weeks ago, and if you want Eagles coverage every single day, year-round, a reminder, don't forget to give me a follow and subscribe. So if the Eagles cut cornerback Michael Carter, who Howie Roseman traded for in the lead-up to the NFL trade deadline, that would save the Eagles $8.3 million. The dead cap number is only $1.3 million. If the Eagles moved on from Keely Ringo, it would save Philadelphia $1.1 million. The dead cap charge is only $205,000. He is one of the better gunners, special teams wise, across the NFL, but I don't think that he can play corner. If the Eagles can find a better right guard option than Tyler Steen, it could make sense to move on. It would save Philadelphia $3.6 million if they cut Steen, only $295,000 in dead money. And then lastly, if the Eagles cut Jacorian Bennett, that saves $1.1 million on the cap, and there's $0 in dead money. $14.1 million right there.
Perfectly explained. Those guys weren't big for us. I don't see the impact that they can bring of next season. None of it. I am okay with all of those guys being cut. I really like Michael Carter. But you got Cooper DeJean. And Michael Carter played really well when he was in. But you got Cooper DeJean. So I get that. I'm with that. Signing Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis. That's a no-brainer. This man is now becoming the heart and soul of your defense. He's becoming the foundation of your defense. I said becoming. He is the foundation of your defense. Jalen Carter is punch number 2 with how Jordan Davis has been playing of recent. And that's not even debatable. You can't even debate that. And he had less snaps. When Jalen Carter was on the field, he had less snaps than Jalen Carter and still played at an all-time Pro Bowl level. He didn't get selected, but he played at an all-time Pro Bowl level. So you got to sign him. You got to. You don't let nobody like that walk. For one, he is a number 1 pick. I understand. Jalen Carter's a number 1 pick. Jordan Davis he's just showing he's coming into his own. And Jalen Carter with the injuries, I don't think those shoulders are a big problem. Somebody said something about I'm not really sure with the shoulders. The shoulders ain't a big problem. His shoulders aren't a big problem. He had a whole offseason to get back in shape. He wasn't in shape last season. So, he's got a whole offseason to get back in shape and come back and you pick up that 5th-year option and you let him prove to you that he deserved that comeback, that extension. But here's the problem. If he does play well, I'm not going to say if. When he plays really, really well, we got to play him a bag. We got to put a bag out there. We got to give him a big-ass bag, too. So, that comes along with it. But this draft is big for this draft because I feel like a lot of people are not thinking about exactly what we need. And I understand the Eagles aren't going to draft for what we need. They're going to draft for what the best player available. They're going to draft for the best player available. So I know that they're not drafting for what we need. But we need a corner or safety. And if you can get an offensive guard, because I think that's the only thing with Cam Jurgens is going to go get stem cells. He could be back to Cam Jurgens the old. And whether we know what's going on with Landon Dickerson or not, you know what I'm saying? We got a plan for not having Landon Dickerson. So I get offensive guard. Drafting a old tackle, I don't see that. I don't see what will be the purpose of that, because Lane Johnson will be back this year, and the person under Lane Johnson, I think, is very capable of doing the job. It ain't Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson still got to get signed. If we sign him back, then yeah. But Cameron Williams showed very good promise. He probably got to get a little stronger, but he showed promise. You got Holland Pierce. He's there. A lot of people got us getting a edge rusher. We got good edge rushers on the practice squad. If we're gonna re-sign or go, or if we're gonna look for an edge rusher, you just get Jalen Phillips back. In my opinion. But to go get a tight end who's gonna be your 3rd option in the draft is absolutely retarded. That dude ain't that good for us. I've seen his highlights. I've seen him play. He is not that good for us to make him a number 1 option. We got both 1 and 2 options covered. We don't need a super athletic tight end. We don't need one. You know what I'm saying? We need a blocking tight end. Yes, we do need a blocking tight end. Kyler Granson is still on the squad. We still need another tight end, but you can get those guys out of free agency. You don't need to race to pick on them. Well, you most definitely need a corner. You do need a corner. If you get one later, I think more so than anything, we need a safety. This McNeil guy, I think we need a safety more so than anything. I can't remember where he played. Cal. I think it's Cal. But the Manil kid or the guy at Oregon, either one of those, we need a safety. And we can get a corner later on in the draft. Maybe in round 3. We got 2 picks in round 3. We can get a corner in round 3 that can start and be good. I want to say that. I want to say that. That's a lot of pressure. Who can start, and with the quarterbacks, when the cornerback coach we got from Buffalo can be good enough to play us at corner number 2. You still got Quinyon Mitchell there. You got Cooper DeJean there, and these boys is not gonna let him just suck. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna let him just suck. They're gonna have him in rooms, practice rooms, and all that stuff, going over techniques and stuff, and he gonna be right there. I think, what's this corner name, man? I'm gonna put him up because I can't remember his name. But he's out of Florida. He's out of Florida University. He's a long quarter, about 6'4". I heard something about him being able to run a 4.64. Oh, not a 4.64. I'm sorry, a 4.4. A 4.4. At 6'4". That's good. That's good. And then I watched a little bit of his tape. He played well. So I think we can get a corner later on in the draft. I'm not saying get a corner in the first or the second round. Corner is necessary to start right now. The corners that's available, we can make do with those corners that's available. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. I don't see great linemen in this draft. You got good edge rushers, but not enough to take in this draft, high in this draft. Outside of the kid from Miami. So you got a kid in Clemson too. I think a kid in Clemson that was pretty good. But them guys going in the first round, way before we get to us. So I think we go, if you can find a guard that you like in the first round, get the guard in the first round, because he got to play right now. And then we got to go safety immediately after that. Because McNeil, if we get a guard in the first round, McNeil won't be there. So, and then we got to then you get a safety. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I got, man. Let me know what y'all think. Hey, if y'all know how to do those mock drafts, let me know in the comments, man, because I want to do one. I want to do a mock draft, and then, you know, just kind of tweak with it, play with it for a little bit, man. So, that's all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so y'all don't miss no video, and we out. Let's go, Birds.